Okay, so you get the email, you click here, and this is what you get. Probably very familiar to you. If I had my camera on, you'd also see the camera. So my name's in already. You must put in your EBU number for your ID number. If you don't know what it is, you can ask me, and if you haven't got one, leave it blank. And when you do that, click on it, you go into the lobby. So when you're in the lobby, you can sit yourself at a table. So sit 4 East. Now this is a competition that's already finished, so it's already showing you the results, but I was just showing you how that works in terms of going from the lobby and sitting yourself. Literally just click on a table. So there are a few controls on here that we can look at. I mean, we've got the settings. So settings is quite useful because when you are playing, depending on the device that you're using, you can have big cards or small cards. If you have small cards, then you've got various options. If you use simplified cards, which is big cards, the only thing you can change is 1 click or 2 taps. Important to distinguish, it's not 2 clicks, it's not click click, it's click click or tap tap. That's exactly how they describe it. These buttons along the bottom here, the one I just clicked is the refresh button to the right, that's the I button. So the I button will switch off all the videos because you would see all the other 3 people at your table. The circular one, the circular arrows, that refreshes the video. So if you're having trouble hearing, seeing people, or they're having trouble hearing, seeing you, click the refresh button. Maybe encourage everybody else to click the refresh button as well. Now what we'll do is have a look at the scores. So click on the scores and you can see there's the scores. Now it'll actually bring the scores as you go along, so even after the first board it'll show you who's winning, and you can look at it at any time when you're playing. And if you want to see how you're doing, so that was June and Graham. Let's go back to the scores again. So that's one way of shutting down. So let's have a look at a particular board this time. So let's look at board 7. You can see how it was played, and there's one pretty poor score there, which is 3 hearts minus 3 by East. So when you're looking at the hand, you think, how on earth can they get into 3 hearts? So we can click on the contract. So let's go 3 hearts minus 3. You can see the auction, 1 club from West, 1 spade, 2 heart over call, which is not a great suit, and then to bid it again looks a bit crazy, but there we go. That's how they ended up. And to see how the tricks proceeded, you can see there's a slider at the bottom, which is, and also an arrow. So click on those arrows and that'll take you forward 1 trick, or you can go backward. And if you want to hurry along and maybe see what the ending was at the last 4 tricks or something like that, you can just use that slider. Some other things at the bottom here. If you want to know what the last trick was, this is when you're playing, click on the last trick. If you want to know what the auction was, auction, obviously it'll be grayed, it won't be grayed out when you're playing. Undo, if you do misclick, click on undo, and hopefully your opponents will allow your undo. Undos are not for changing your mind, not for, oh, didn't mean to do that. If you think of yourself at a real table, if you put your card down, that's it, it's played. So it's not for changing your mind. And if you want to do a claim, you can claim. You just say how many tricks you're claiming. Alerting, so we're back to alerting each other's bids or announcing. So if you open 1 no trump, but you'd expect your partner to announce 12 to 14. If your partner then bids 2 diamonds, you might want to click on the alert key just to prove that it works, and you could just announce that as hearts, assuming that you're playing that 2 diamonds is a transfer, of course. So we're back to alerting and announcing as we did when we were face to face. That is that easy. Thank you.